All right. Welcome everybody to Full Metal Friday. We are going to rock some metal music tonight for all the metalheads out there in the MMocracy. I'm your host, Huck Nasty. Looking forward to streaming for you on this beautiful Friday night. And here I am out in the Worslicks Woods. I'm sitting at level 20. I have about 40% experience. I'm going to stay in this spot until 21 tonight and then possibly head over to Giants. I have my classic Earl Grey to get me up for the stream. I apologize. Give me just a few minutes for that Earl Grey to kick in, and also technical difficulties already, but never to fear. We're going to get that sorted right now. Because one of the things you have to do when you boot up Project 1999, if you want a buttery smooth frame rate, is you have to set that CPU affinity, which I just did. And we are taking free song requests tonight from anybody who requests metal music, so if you have a song in mind, just let me know. And we're going to start things off right away with a Goblin Blood Tracer. Caster mob for our first kill here. These are pretty nasty, but if you keep them feared, it's usually not an issue. Of course, if he resists the fears, that's an issue. We just need to get that fear on him. There we go. There we go. And we'll drop a life tap on him. Ooh, I think I caught him just before he line of sighted me. Alright, we'll try something new. This is like weird metal. I tried alternative metal. I don't know. It sounded very alternative. So you have to definitely fear these blood tracers when they get low on health, or they will sit there and heal themselves over and over. This guy kind of reminds me of Bloodhound Gang. This music does. So we've got a Battle Master up next, and the experience bar here is moving pretty good. I came out here last night on stream for about an hour and got about 40%, maybe an hour and a half. And that's a decent experience gain for an easy solo spot. I hope everybody's looking forward to a good weekend. I know I am. I don't have a whole lot planned. I'm going to be streaming for you guys. I've got a new YouTube video that I'm working on editing. Actually recorded my B-roll footage for it just a minute ago, so got some good footage of people grouping, fighting. Got some good scenery out in Norath, so that'll be getting edited and then going up on the YouTube here in the next couple days. If you haven't checked me out on YouTube yet, there's a link on my channel page. Would love for you to do that. I'm trying to get that going as well, so trying to make good quality classic EverQuest and other MMO, eventually other MMO content as well. And actually I had a real weird thought earlier. So I've gotten super into listening to YouTube videos and documentaries about particle physics, the universe, the beginning of the universe, just the nature of all things, and it really piques my curiosity. And earlier I started getting these weird, like, I want to play EVE Online vibes. I haven't played EVE Online in like 2 years, and even back then, 2 years ago, I really didn't play all that much, so I don't know. If you guys think EVE Online would be something you'd be willing to watch, let me know. It's a huge departure from this, though. It's wildly different. So I don't know. Then again, EverQuest isn't always the most action-packed either, so EVE probably has more action than EverQuest. Maybe I'll start a poll up on my channel for that and see if anybody wants to watch EVE. I don't think I have the longevity in Eve, though. It does not hold my interest like EQ does. Alright, good. We got another Battle Master here, although he's at green. I think that's the first green I've seen here. This new Lich spell is really helping keep my mana up. I just have to stay seated or else I'm losing a lot of health. But that mana bar moves pretty good. And then last night I got 2 Words of the Quickening. You can see here. And those Words of the Quickening are what I need for researching my pets. So if I can get words of, I think words of material. If I find some words of material, you're going to hear me like go nuts. Because then I can try just straight up researching my pet spell. And the good thing about this is, even though the research is kind of a pain, I'm not super excited about it. It's at least adding some aspect of the self-found to the solo self-found, so... if you've been a long-time viewer, you know I've complained a lot about not having enough gear to go out and hunt. Well, at least now I can go hunt words. Get that life tap on him. Replenish my life here. The Lich spell drains me. Drains my soul. Spotify's kind of striking out on me. This is like emo metal. I want like the hard shit that Skyless listens to. What is he? He listens to Whitechapel. We'll start with that. This is going to be hard. Watch out. And if the audio sounds off, just let me know and I'll fix it. I think I've got it set up just about right. Can never tweak your audio enough, it seems like. There we go. That's what I was looking for right there. Looks like we can get through all 4 of these spawns and have just enough time to med before the first one pops again. This is a perfect spot to hit 21. And I'm pretty glad I found it. Solo self-found has got me doing all kinds of stuff I wouldn't ordinarily do. You probably don't see many people camping these spawns. And depending on how bad off the research is, who knows? I may not even be able to research my level 20 pet before I hit level 24, so... Got my fingers crossed. Hopefully we find the words that we need. I have 1 set of words, but I'm afraid to use it. I may try it at 21. But I found 2 words of the quickening last night. That's 50% of what I need, so... If I can find the words of... Let's look it up. I was looking at creepiest moments in metal history earlier. Let's see. Pull it up so you guys can see as well. Got that sexy new transition. So we're looking for Animate Dead is the name of the level 20 spell. Words of the Extinct. That's what we're looking for, not materials. So that's what we're going for. Hopefully that's what we find tonight. I can drop it in this Book of Dark Bindings, which is thematically good for the stream tonight. Book of Dark Bindings almost sounds like a metal band, so. But yeah, all good things going on in here. Getting better at video editing as well, so That's definitely a discipline that needs some practice. And then you can see perfect, near perfect spawn timing on these. What would have rounded out my level 20 spells nicely is if I had gotten a new dot. But I can see why they didn't do that. These dots already are pretty powerful, so. Once this T kicks in, I'll be feeling good. I had a good workout too. I did shoulders, abs, and legs today. And it was great. I was gonna run as well. I'm glad I didn't actually now, because I would probably be dead tired right now. Trying to figure out where did my end parse? I swear it's like a flow chart that you need to play this game. There's so many things, and then streaming on top of it. So yeah, now my end parse is gone. Oh no, there it is. You gotta turn logs on though. I always forget to do that. And I used to stream with end parse up so that other people could see my parse timers, but screen real estate's already kind of at a premium here, so I don't think you guys need to see that my fear has 12 seconds left and so on and so forth. Doesn't add that much value for the viewer. Yeah, I'm getting like 1 blue a kill sometimes, or close to 1 blue a kill. It's pretty good. And nothing passed through here that I've seen. I've been here for over an hour, at least an hour, and nothing passed through here. So it's a good, safe fear kiting spot as long as I don't fear kite them into other spawns. They tend to do pretty good staying around here. The Battle Master. Battle Master was a mech on Mech Warrior as well. Skyless, this is a rough week. Oh, I'm sorry. What's going on? I got Whitechapel playing. I couldn't find anything that was like hard enough. When I was on Spotify, I hit metal and it was all like emo metal or metalcore or whatever they call it. Let's see, I'm at 300 copper. I'm at 54 weight, so I don't need to dump my copper just yet. Might be able to make it to 21 without dumping copper, and then I don't know. There's what 300 copper is like 3 gold. It's probably not worth even hanging on to it. Let me get that Lich spell back up. With the end parse, I'm able to see when that fear is going to break, so it's really nice because then I can recall my pet. And that helps control the amount of distance that feared mob covers. Because if I fear him from right here, he's only going to go in that radius around here. But if I feared him all the way down there, man, he'd be all the way down by the water by now. Private life is burning up. Hopefully burning up means good. And not like on fire, burning to the ground. Oh, burning up is bad. I'm sorry. And the buddy that did his last stream tonight, yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Real life calls. I mean, this is really just a hobby. You can't, you know, it's just like playing guitar in a band or anything else. Your likelihood of making it to max level, if you want to call it that, is pretty low. Man, my girlfriend cooked some really good chicken tonight. She made chicken rice and beans, and it was so good. There we go, Battle Masters. That's what we want. We don't want caster mobs. Well, hang in there, man. It'll get better. This stuff is hard. Super happy and understands just hitting hard, yeah. So, I mean, I gotta say, like, they're doing it for the right reasons. You know, I'm about to have another kid. I can't afford the time anymore. That's like totally a good reason to back off on your hobbies. I guarantee you, in a couple years, when things get, as long as they don't pop out another kid, because that does happen, they'll get a little bit more time. Things are tough at the beginning, but they get better over time. You end up with more free time than you realize. In fact, the young kids, that's actually the easy age, or easier age. They're like harder to deal with, but you have more free time. It's when they start doing like softball and t-ball and basketball and track, and you're like running from place to place. That's when it gets tough. And they have friends, and they want to go to their friend's house and all that. That's when it's like the time commitment really stacks up. Look at that. I got a perfect amount of med time here. Really glad I found this spot. Probably won't be returning to streaming even a few years because he wants to devote totally to them. Ah, that's good then. That's good too. I think I've told this story on stream before, but I was like, my ex had to take one of my kids to Dallas for um, a dental, or he had to get his tonsils out or adenoids or whatever. And I was quad kiting on my Druid on P1999, and I had all the other kids that I was watching. But like, it's so easy to watch kids when you're just like, just once every, I don't know, 10 minutes, because that's about how long it takes to meditate. You just go kill 4 enemies, and then you can just go do whatever. You can go make lunch, you can go give them baths, whatever. And then when you come back, your mana bar's full again. And it's like perfect. But the funny thing about that story is I played EQ for like 3 days straight and didn't even shower. It was so bad. I shouldn't be proud of that, but it was I mean, it was just kind of funny. Like, I'm not a total degenerate like that. I shower twice a day, but like for some reason during that point, I was like, shoot, my wife's out of town. Like, I don't need to shower. I don't remember which one that was. Can't remember if that was this one or this one. Look at that, almost halfway to 21 already. Making some money out here. Not actual money. I don't need this copper. It's just going to weigh me down. Oh, it was this one. Nice, easy Fear Kite on Full Metal Friday. So yeah, if you have songs you want to hear, just post them in here. If they're metal songs, they're free. You don't have to do the channel points. Just drop them in chat and I will play them. Probably retire from streaming in a few years myself just so I can have my own family and not be a dum-dum putting streaming before everything. Yeah. I will say that uh, your family should always come first, but you have to do the things that make you you as well. You just can't prioritize them over your family, if that makes sense. The people that end up depressed and they feel like they're just like for me, I'll just speak personally. Like there was a point where I just felt like I was a walking wallet. Like I'm just the guy that pays for everything. I mean, yeah, I did have my like video games or whatever, but there was a lot of stuff I wasn't doing because I never took any of the money that I made and put it back towards myself, or it seemed like very rarely, other than I used to drink a lot, so that was also like where all my money was going, so, and I bear full responsibility for that. But yeah, there was quite a few years there where I just prioritized just going to work. Like I'm just going to work, coming home. I did a handful of things, but it's not like I don't know. I definitely wasn't happy. You have to have the balance. He's gonna go in the water. What is he doing? Oh, he stopped. We'll pull him back. Yeah, streaming is like gaming on steroids, right? Like not only are you gaming, you're gaming for other people as well. So, like I said, I don't think if my kids live with me, I don't know if I would be able to do this. But until that day comes, I will be here. He's going straight for the water. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's good. It's a good fun hobby. I was gonna life tap him, but I don't want to spend the mana. Because I still have one more spawn in the cycle. Oh, this is the first song on that album you had me listen to. It's a pretty good album. Get the dot up on him. Then get that fear. There we go. I'm just slamming this tea. Trying to get that caffeine going. Bring my pet back here so he's not too far away when that fear spell wears off. I think that one guy that I had to fear multiple times, he kind of ate into my mana, and now I have to rebuff my shielding, so it's just eating even more mana. Let's see how much time I get to med here before this guy pops. I've seen streamers make streaming first and foremost before family, and almost every one of them were divorced by the time they realize they can't do that. Yeah. I used to watch one guy that played EQ, and he wasn't like a super professional quality streamer. Like he didn't have the best setup or whatever, but he was still decent and enjoyable to watch until one of his kids came in to like ask him something, and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, that just like made me feel gross. Like, that's your kid, man. Like, don't treat him like he's an inconvenience." This is good. Looks like I'm getting enough time to med here, so and that experience bar is moving fast. I could probably stay here till 22. Yeah, I actually stopped watching him. Oh, it's a blood tracer. I'm gonna need to med before we go after this one. These are caster mobs. They're shamans, so they do a litany of like dots and looks like he's buffing himself right now. Be around Twitch long enough, you see a lot of people. Yeah, I still remember the clip I saw where the guy literally beat his like wife on stream, and I was like, that's disgusting. And he like just goes and sits back down at the computer like nothing happened. I was like, bro, you just committed a freaking felony assault. Like you're gonna probably go to jail. You did it live on the internet for like hundreds, if not thousands of people. But hopefully that's just kind of a rare case. Hopefully. Anyway, that's really sad stuff. I don't want to talk about it anymore. What I do want to talk about is how I'm going to kill this goblin blood tracer. Oh, jeez, they hit so hard with those spells. Oh no, I got interrupted. Ooh. Yeah, that 77-point nuke is just rough. Luckily, I have a good life tap. I can life tap like 25% of my health back. Bring the pet back. Fear just wore off. He tried to blind me. The blind mechanics on this game are brutal. It will black out your entire screen, including the user interface. You don't even know how much health you have. First time it happened, I thought my monitor broke. Like I was like turning my monitor on and off. Your favorite person settled the score. That sounds nasty. Alright, we gotta med up before we go after this guy. Even though he's just a battle master. She was fuming, but it's all worked. Oh, I'm glad it's worked out. Yeah, I'll probably stay in this spot until 22. This is just, it's probably not the fastest spot I could be at. But these are all, the fact that these are all single poles is so nice. Because if you have to deal with multiple spawns, then it adds the stress of breaking the camp and then keeping the camp broken. I don't have to re-break this camp. It's a great spot. Get lost, Battle Master. Go run around the woods while my kung fu trained skeleton punches you in the back. Thought about sending a TikTok to you earlier and decided against sending. You can send me TikToks. That's fine. This is Discord. I check my Discord throughout the day. Ooh, we got another blood tracer up. I saw him buffing. Saw him buffing through the walls. So we gotta get a little bit of mana before we go after him. Yeah, I'm coming up on 60%. It's cool that I'm doing the Kunark only, but unfortunate in that I don't have Treants or any of those other good money camps to go to. Most of the good money camps are out in Antonica. Let's see, how should we deal with this guy? Let's pull him with the snare. And then we'll try to get a fear on him right away. Snare's going out. Hopefully it does. Oh! We need to get that fear on him. Oh, he's dotted me too. Good thing I got mana for a Siphon Life. I'll actually hit him with 2. Actually, I need to get a dot on him before I hit him with another one. This is going to eat my mana bar. Fear just wore off, so I need to get him feared again. There we go. We should be in there now. He's going a long way down there. We're going to have to do one more fear. Otherwise, he's going to heal or... Oh, yeah, just rooted me. Oh, no. He resisted the fear. Now he's healing. I can probably just life tap him and kill him. Boom. Yeah, those things are nasty. Casting mobs in general are nasty, but shaman casting mobs are probably among my least favorite. So that was 2 blood tracers almost back to back. So I may not have time to med to get this guy. I'm not going to push it. If this one here pops, we'll just take him. And I wonder how long this disease is going to last. It's called Sicken. Sicken. 2.1 minutes, so yeah, it's already dropping. That's good. TikTok mothers are crazy, and for some reason, I'm on the pregnant side of TikTok. The TikTok algorithm, like, bewilders me. It, like, it fascinates and bewilders me. I've got to turn on this fan. It's actually heating up in here. It was nice and cool a minute ago. Okay. I may have to play around with the fan positioning a little bit. It's crazy. 1 second I'm blocking Timu, and the next is pregnant women TikToks about they stories. Yeah, it's like you thumbs up the wrong video or whatever, or spend too much time watching the wrong video, and then they just like slam you with that. And I don't even know how you make it. Like, I don't know if you can fix it or if you have to start a new account or what. Alright, we're at 90 mana. We're good. These guys might start greening out. They may not be, like, no experience, but they're going to be low experience here soon. Oh, it does switch to something else? You don't like any TikTok except your favorite person's? I don't even know. Like, my girlfriend watches it all the time, and I have no idea what she's actually watching. Let's see. So I have a new heal spell I'm going to try out. Because I can transfer some of my life to my pet. So we're going to give that a try. Jabon. So this is going to actively drain my life. You'll see my life ticking down. Let's see, when is it going to do it? There it goes. But it's going to give that life to my pet. So believe it or not, you can actually use a Necro to somewhat heal your group. My girlfriend used to make them, and she has so many followers over the most basic TikTok of her photos and a slideshow about her outing with friends. Yeah, that my girlfriend makes them too. And she'll get like a couple thousand people watch like her TikToks. It's crazy. That's what I need to do. I need to start getting these on TikTok. I'll publish my YouTube shorts to TikTok. That's going to be the next step, boys. We're going to the talk. Some creepy guy tried getting her messages. Yeah, I don't even ask my girlfriend about hers. Like, I'm sure they're doing the same thing. I just trust that she's not doing it. Like, she's not like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I should get some of these up on TikTok. We can park right here. It's safe. Because I know this one's going to spawn before these two. Man, this fan is like blowing right on me now. One sec, sorry. There we go. We'll try that. Sorry about that. Let's see. Battle Master. These guys can hit pretty hard. They're hitting for like 40. So you do need to keep them feared or you're going to take some damage. She will show me some of the messages. It's gross, and then she just replies, not interested, and I tell her to not reply at all, but that would be rude. Aren't they being... They're being rude. It's kind of like my girlfriend on Twitch. You know, she had somebody that was saying nasty stuff to her the other day, and it's like... it like freaked her out. She turned her stream off, and I felt really bad. I was like, just ban them. You know, I got the guy coming in here talking about Asiago cheese or whatever. I'm just like, ban. Get banned. Ooh, words. Words of dissolution. Let's see. Do some quick wikiing here. Words of dissolution. That is for Shadow Vortex. Right on. Stream is looking like it's doing good. It's not doing the weird thing where it'll disconnect 5 minutes in. I've already been live for 45 minutes. Goodness. I spent a lot of time streaming here lately. One thing I like about streaming is it keeps me engaged on the game itself. Like, if I wasn't streaming this for you guys, I probably would have given up on the solo self-on at level 20. Or level 10. I'm level 20 right now. Oh, she didn't know how to block him. Yeah, she does sound like she's just a genuinely nice person. Let's see, we need to get a fear on you before you beat me up. Get lost. But yeah, if you have music recommendations, let me know, because you seem to have the beat on all things metal. I kind of want to bring him back in case one of these spawns. With this Lich spell, though, I'm actually able to reliably fight 2 enemies at once, as long as I don't start at a low mana point and then get ambushed. Whoops. Forever bumping buttons instead of doing what I want to do. Looks like we get a good amount of time here to med. Do have recommendations, but I can't think of anything good at the moment. My recommendation would be Bad Omens. Let's do it. I'm a noob to the genre. I'll play my own here a little bit later, but if we get... The hope is that we get people in here that know the music and they, you know, we're all vibing together. Ooh, that's a blood tracer. We'll go at 90 mana. That's going to be a snare and then an immediate fear. Snare into fear, not snare into dot. Alright, snare. Fear. He tried to root me. Oh, there it is. There's the blind. Luckily I got the fear off. Yeah, that's what happens when you get blinded on this game. It's crazy. I don't even know where they're at. Where did they go? I'm actually a little bit concerned my pet is going off and he's gonna drag other things to me. Oh, they were over there. Okay. Yeah, these things are nasty. But it's all good because even if I gotta do an extended med after this, it's not gonna really disrupt the flow of things. You just pretty much have to keep them feared because they're gonna he'll start healing himself. Of course, he's gonna go into the water. Oh, these guys are a pain in the ass. Oh my gosh. They're out in the water. I don't think I can cast spells on him when he's in the water. There we go. Looks like they're headed back. This is like epic water polo fight going on here between my pet and the blood tracer. Now I guess I have to swim out there to get my loot. Hopefully there's nothing like, there's no sharks. Does Kunark have sharks? I don't know. I was hoping he would have words. Words would be my reward for the well-fought naval battle. The third battle of the Kunark Sea. Look at my pet dutifully swimming after me. I love that guy. I got some more water that I just foraged. Hopefully he didn't just forage some nasty seawater. Oh, shoot. This one's up. We need some more mana, though, before we go. Yeah, experience is moving good. I'll take it. I never would have thought would have already gotten to 21. Or will be 21 soon. It's good stuff. Necros are an addictive class because they just get so much better with age. They really come into their own like around level 30, I think. But I could say even here at level 20, they seem like they're starting to get pretty good utility. But if I remember right, at level 30, things get even better, or 29. And that's the great thing about EQ is the game doesn't just hand you everything from the get-go, so you really do feel the power creep. And that's one of my talking points in my new YouTube video. The game just keeps getting better. The progression is so good. Specifically for caster classes. Melee classes, yeah, they get better gear. But you kind of have to have a caster class to fund a melee class. You can't just start like a... I mean, you can, but it's not advised to just start a level 1 warrior as your first. You're just going to be broke, and you're not going to be able to afford good equipment. You could get lucky, and somebody could give you some equipment. Yeah, look at that. He was beating the hell out of me there. Good thing I've got life tap. Oh shit, they're going in the building. Get back. Oh, he's running. I was like, where is he? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Thought he was off finding his friends. Oh, nice. I got an amber. Those sell for a little bit. I want to pull this Battle Master, but I'm just not there yet on mana. Gotta stretch. Gotta stay limber. I don't know. We're gonna skip the Battle Master in this cycle, and just med till the outside one spawns again. You get kind of behind on mana, and then if you don't give yourself enough time to get it back up, you can end up in a spot, especially if things start to resist over and over and over. This will give me time to rebuff lesser shielding here. Good tea. Good tea. 4 pouches. I'm a 4-pouch guy. I like to zip. I like to feel my hair growing. Alright, we're gonna go with an oldie but a goodie. Let's see. You brought me a cookie. I got a cookie. Thank you. Ah, I got an eyelash in my eye. If you know the band, shout it out. This is classic metal. This is the metal I was raised on. Ah, jeez. Sorry about that. Maybe it's the fan, like, kicking up dust or something? Let's see, where am I at? 60, coming up on 70% already? Friggin' rocking it. Metal music fits well with the necromancer motif. I used to raid on World of Warcraft to this music and get, like, so amped up. Of course, it's a blood tracer. You get that fear on him right away. Ooh, he's gonna spirit strike me. It's gonna hurt. 77. Oh. It's alright, I got my own nukes, blood tracer. I'll read the comment in just a second. These guys, you can't mess around with these guys. You gotta stay dialed in. Heat his blood. Stab him with the dagger. Let's see. Fear wore off. Get feared. He put something on my pet. I think he diseased my pet. Poor Jamin's a diseased skeleton. Let's see if we can get him down. He's probably not going to get him down. We'll help him. Boom. Get nuked. Nice. Good job, Jabin. No words. Womp womp. Alright, Skyless Raven says, so I watched a TikTok that a woman got her deceased fiance's poem tattooed on her arm with his name, going on about something. So I asked my girlfriend if something happened to me, would she do the same? The answer was yes. Aww. That is some good tea. You know what? We need an official Skyless Raven. Let's see. Turn it down a little bit. Get ready. Haha. Why won't it add it to my... How do I put it on my soundboard? Oh my gosh, stop doing that. I can't figure out how to add it to my soundboard so it'll be there every time I want to do it. We have a Battle Master. Yeah, Battle Master is the name of a mech on Battletech back in the day. And in the very first Mech Warrior game, it was like, I think the best mech you could buy. And if you know anything about me, you know I love Battletech. For some reason, actually I know the reason. When I was a kid, my dad, he bought a Thrustmaster 2 joystick so we could play Mech Warrior 2. and he bought 4 megabytes of RAM because RAM back then came in 4 megabyte sticks. Yes, 4 total. And ever since then, I have absolutely loved BattleTech and MechWarrior. We all just love the stuff we were raised on. Street Fighter, BattleTech, EverQuest. Those are some of my top games. All because I played them as a child. Ooh, we got words. Words of Anthology. The song Anthology by Thrice. That's not quite metal, but I might play it later. Ah, we got another blood tracer. This game keeps throwing blood tracers at us. Do I have any tattoos? Yeah. Got there. Got my grandma's name. I got another one on my back. I don't want to take my shirt off. Get banned from Twitch. I'm not that attractive. I can't pull it off. Maybe on my hot tub stream. Is that something you guys might like want to see? No? Okay. I'm just kidding. There will never, I can confidently say there will never be a hot tub stream. Why is it replaying it's replaying that song. How about you, Skyless? Do you have any tattoos? Alright, 90 mana. Let's go. Oh no, he resisted. That's a bad start. Let's see, what's he casting? He's putting a debuff, I think. Looks like he's trying to root me. I resisted it. I need to get... Man, this game is messing with me. It's throwing fizzles and resists. It's trying to get me to die to this guy. Let's see if we can bring him back. Fear just wore off. Oh, man. I wish I had a more effective, mana effective nuke. The only nuke I have is my life tap. And it does not hit hard enough to justify the mana cost when I have plenty of health. Oh, now he's healing. Oh, my snare wore off. Definitely going to need to med after this. Skyla says, nope, I keep thinking about it, but the girlfriend wants us to get one with our initials, with the infinity symbol on our fingers instead of a ring after we get married. That's one way to do it. Now he's healing. Oh, now he's running. Perfect. I didn't want to expend any more mana on this guy. Got another amber. Perfect. Yeah, I'm a little bit probably the wrong person to ask about, or not ask, but I keep my thoughts to myself on ring tattoos and marriage in general. Fool me once, fool on me, fool me twice, fool on everybody, fool me 3 times, never gonna happen. I'm pretty sure that's how that saying says. Saying goes. I can't talk. I have no business being on Twitch. I can't speak. Let's see, we're at 1 hour. So we're 1 hour in and we've gotten about 20%. So about an hour, maybe a little bit more to go, and we'll be 21. Here's another classic. I used to love this song when I was a kid. It was like always on the radio on the classic rock stations. Fun fact, Tony Iommi, the guitarist for this, only has 4 fingers. He lost one in a accident at a factory when he was working. Keep thinking I really don't want a ring tattoo simply because I'd rather keep buying replacement rings. I don't know, that sounds expensive. Maybe you should go with the ring tattoo. That's a one and done. That's a one-time only cost. Take that money you'd spend on replacement rings and invest in the S&P 500. That was not financial advice. Speaking of the S&P, it's doing terrible right now. My I don't want to look at it because I gotta have to play with my phone, but I'm down like 10% right now on it. It's not, when I say terrible, it's not doing the best. It's not like completely in the gutter, but it's not she won't wear her. It's for me because you'll wash it down the drain. Oh yeah, I think you're being sarcastic. Yeah, I think the tattoo might be the move then. If you're worried about losing it. I don't know. I've worked on aircraft half of my life now, or little under half of my life. And you can't wear jewelry when you're working on aircraft, so I never wore a wedding ring. It was too much of a hassle taking it off every time I go out, so I just didn't do it. Granted, now I'm always indoors. I work on aircraft by sending emails and making phone calls and going to meetings, but I was gonna try and get out today and do a little bit of work with the guys, but they kind of got away from me because they were out doing a pretty invasive inspection on one of our helicopters. So invasive is a good thing. Invasive inspections mean that we give a safe, reliable aircraft to our customers. They need to come down for those big inspections. That's how you catch things like cracks, other dangerous conditions. Helicopters like to crack, my friends. Well, it's just how I am. I'm just like my grandfather. He's on his third ring because it kept going down the drain. Grandma's the responsible one. I think we can afford a siphon life. Ooh, he's mad. I guess I'm getting Furiona V faction. Maybe if I kill enough of these, I can go to Furiona V and hang out with elves. We all want to hang out with elves, right? No? Oh my gosh, some of these sound effects are too long. 2 seconds, no more. That's all I need. What did I just find? A Bixie berry pie. That's so weird. Such a weird thing to forage. In Kunark. I've never seen a Bixie in Kunark. We need a lore video to explain why there's a Bixie berry pie laying on the ground in Warslick's woods. Be feared. I imagine fighting a necromancer is probably frustrating and terrifying. Imagine you're this goblin. You're hanging out in your cool little busted ass fort with your homies. And all of a sudden this dude shows up with a skeleton. And you're like, what is that? I don't know, man. Just don't make eye contact. Then he zaps some shit on you and you feel really, really slow. So you start running towards him. And then he starts popping these little green skulls out of him, and then you get extremely terrified and you run off into the dark woods where you get beat to death by a skeleton. I always try to imagine what it's like to actually live in these worlds. Ooh, this is a good song. I was going to change it from Black Sabbath, but this is a good one. Might be a little bit loud. I'm going to bring it down just a hair. Like, take any one of these games, World of Warcraft, for example, and you're in Stormwind and you're surrounded by all these adventurers and their awesome armor, right? Except for one thing. I've never seen a, well, there's only like 4 porta potties in the whole game, or 4 bathrooms, and there's no showers. So I can only imagine what these sweaty adventurers smell like whenever they come back from killing zombies or whatever it is they're killing, giant spiders, and then they're all standing around in Stormwind stinking it up. My great aunt actually threw away an expensive diamond because she was wearing gloves, kept feeling a prick, so she plucked it off and threw it without a thought. I don't understand diamonds. Outside of things made with diamond that can cut stuff, like cut really sharp, uh, like cut rock or whatever, like what makes a diamond valuable? It confuses me. Ooh, my spawn cycle is all messed up. Hopefully these guys don't pop and then mess this all up. They're gonna pop at some point during this fight. It's actually a tradition. Interesting. I never knew that. I mean, I could imagine, yeah, like in ancient times, people found these shiny rocks and they were like valuable just because they were shiny. But nowadays, like, I don't know. I don't get that impressed by shiny things. I've got like a smartphone. That impresses me. I've got the world's knowledge at my fingertips on a freaking device this big, and I can connect to it almost anywhere in the world. Back then, if the husband died or left, the woman could sell it and have her own life because then women didn't work. All right, that makes sense. It's like an investment. But I still don't know. Generally, things of value is derived from its usefulness. Not always, though, but just in general. We got another Battle Master. I'm glad we didn't get a Blood Tracer. We might be able to get caught back up in the spawn cycle, but the 2 inside are actually reversed now. Zap. Where's that? Where did that guy die? Here he is. Nothing. No words. That is another history lesson. On why jewels are considered special. Yeah, I mean, I could do my own research. For me personally, man, I don't care. Gold, it makes sense. Gold is useful for like different things. It's a soft metal, but it's useful for electronics. Silver, same thing. Copper, and mainly copper. Bronze isn't, I don't think, used anymore. Outside of like artwork and stuff. Copper's useful for wiring, electronics. I guess their rarity, that would be the only other thing, is like, hey, this is incredibly rare. But there's all kinds of stuff that's rare that's not useful and not valuable. Alright, we got another Battle Master here. Get over here. I used to play in a band in Texas, and we would play this as our final song of the night. So much fun to play with like an actual band. Very fond memories of that. It was an inexpensive way to look rich because they would dress up their slaves up because if they looked good, you were in higher standing. Ah, okay. So weird to me, man. People and their visual obsessions. Like I know people who have freaking like go there used to be a trailer park I would drive by in Orlando, Florida. Very rundown, like half trailers, half campers parked in spots that trailers should be. But I tell you what, the cars outside of them trailers probably cost more than the trailers themselves. And it never made sense to me why you would not just maybe get a better house and drive a more modest car. But nope. They were down there driving Escalades and BMWs and then living in a like the back of a nasty old trailer. I'm like, all right, whatever. I feel fortunate, man. I was raised in a way where like we didn't need much. I'm not gonna say I was raised poor. Like we weren't poor, but we didn't have like money. We weren't like out buying BMWs. You know, we didn't have a lot, but we had what we needed. So I'm like super grateful that I grew up that way because like now I stuff money away every month because I'm like, I don't really need that. I got my stream set up. That was what I like spent a lot of money on. And by a lot, I mean probably still only, I don't know, I don't want to say it on stream, but it wasn't that much. It was not all that much in the grand scheme of things. And now I'm like, I'm happy. I'm good. I got my setup. It looks good. I got my friends coming in here. We're playing games. We're having a freaking awesome time. Full Metal Friday on the MMocracy. I'm like, I don't need to spend a whole lot more money on this. Some people, man, they're like programmed to just chase the next thing. Not I. I'm chasing a retirement. That's what I'm chasing. I want to be able to retire, do nothing. All right. We need some new stuff. There we go. These guys roll pretty hard. This is too old school. Just let me know. We can switch it up. Chasing your favorite person. That's a good retirement there. Yeah, I'm just like, my bills are paid. I got food in the fridge. Stuff some money away where I can. Go climb a few peaks every year, you know, make a couple trips to go snowshoeing or hiking, whatever, camping. And I just live pretty modestly. Sometimes I see folks that like especially in the military, we all kind of know what each other make. And I'm like, I don't know, man. They got to be in debt. There's no way. Like there's no way that on their salary that they're like able to do that. Not out for the multi-million-dollar house, me either. Houses are like crazy expensive, man. I owned one for like 5 years, and when I sold it, we did pretty good on it, but it's a good investment if you get the right one. There's like all kinds of things you got to think about when you're doing it. That's actually one thing I want to get back into. I want to own a house again. There's like this certain level of gratification when you're working on your own house versus like when you go mow the lawn to your own house, you're like, yeah, ooh, it's a blood tracer. Oh no, we got him. We gotta go. I'm actually gonna med a little bit and let J-Man just tank. Oh, he's getting beat up. Okay. We got a little bit longer. Oh, he just got nuked. Alright, J-Man, we don't want J-Man to die. So we're gonna have to like really keep on this, keep this guy feared. That was just me being careless and not paying attention to where I was. But luckily the Lich spell, like I'm regenning a lot of mana during this fight. Okay, we gotta get another fear up on him. There we go. That's the way to do it right there, friends. Chain cast that fear. Don't even give him a chance. Here comes another one. Another one. Boom. That's how it's done. Live with my grandparents. They need care almost daily. That's a good deal. I know a handful of people like that. Like, not like that. That didn't sound good. That are in a similar situation. And I feel like that is an equitable situation. Because, yeah, the older you get, it's just a fact of life. It's not anything on your grandparents. The older you get, the more care you need. I need that tennis ball to get up in this shoulder. I got a tennis ball. I put it on the wall, and I just roll it. Yeah, you take care of them. You know, they're cared for. That saves them a lot of money on, like, assisted living or in-home visits, whatever they need. And then they pass the house to you, and that's like houses are houses worth a lot of money. We'll go at 75 mana. And I mean, shoot, with sometimes like houses these days, you could almost like retire on that, especially if it's kept up well. Maybe not retire on it. I don't know. That's asking a bit much, but sell it, invest in something that pays a good dividend, and you're like on the way. This hits. This slaps, as the kids say. These guys were good. It's unfortunate what happened to their bassist. It's like crazy what happened to their bassist. He got shot by like a mentally deranged veteran. All right. We got one up, but not enough mana to deal with them. Let's reset. We're gonna reset the two. We'll go over here and sit and watch. Sell it. I'm gonna live here forever. No way I'm gonna find another house with a private pond and close to a lake and not pay out. Yeah. Well, it's all about opportunity cost for me, and I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, man, by any means. Don't get me wrong. Like, everybody has different priorities or different plans. But if I got like a significant windfall right now, I would be investing it, especially right now because the markets are still really down. The only risk to that, or the biggest risk to that, is like a global war, which some think may happen, but I personally don't think it will. So you invest that into some dividend paying function and then just reap that monthly passive income. I would just ask my dad. My dad, he makes enough money right now to retire. Like, he quit his job and was like, "Yeah, I just quit my job." Like, you quit your job that you make like 200 grand a year. Yeah, I got tired of doing it. Like, are you okay? Yeah, got all these dividends coming in. I'm good. I was like, dude. The crazy thing is, right around the time he was my age, he's right about where I'm at now. So hopefully I can do the same thing in the next 10 years. Just got to play it smart. Yeah, that is nice to have a house with a pond, and you're right. You're not gonna get that for nothing. And especially if it has a pond, it's probably pretty good property. This house is what I can afford and still have money to do things and not be paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, and that's true too. Like, if you own the house, you own it outright. If you're not paying a mortgage, that's like $2,000, whatever, however much the mortgage would be, especially now with interest rates. Holy crap! That you can then save or invest per month as well. So you just take that extra money that you would have been spending on a mortgage and you just dump that into something. Oh, I interrupted my spell. He interrupted it. I knew he was going to do that. Man, these guys hit hard. Probably one of the worst places to fight at night is Warslick's Woods. Like, you see this? Like, the trees and the darkness. And I love this level 20 Lich spell because it's not like the last one that only lasted 2 minutes. Like, it's actually got a 5-minute timer on it. Helps so much. Felt like I was constantly casting that Lich spell. I got a turquoise. Wonder how much that's worth. Definitely got to wait for mana before we hit him, but look at that experience bar. That's beautiful. Almost the 21 already. Can't beat a good, safe grinding spot. This is one of my favorite things about this game is you just find a good spot to grind, you settle in, you get a nice camp, and you just go at it. Especially if you're making money. Let's look at all the gems I have. Look at all these. Let's make a gem bag. Oops. There, you can go there. You can go there. Look at my precious gems. I don't want to count all my eggs, but I feel alright with this arrangement with the grandparents. The only wild card is your mother. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like the way that sounds. Make sure, yeah,